Hello everyone, this is Pramita here. Today I'm filming in a different situation because it has been quite muggy and cloudy for quite a few days, and I was just postponing my filming till the sun came out. Sorry, till the sun came out, but I couldn't wait more because I wanted to do a flip through and a chit chat session too. So let's begin with the chit chat session before, and then we can do I'll do another video of a flip of my July journal. Now this is actually just a brief view into what I'm using as an ephemera, or as the ephemera bits that are in my traveler's notebooks. So this is actually some collector's item. These books are pretty old. As you can see, I think they came out in some Reader's Digest collector's item or something of that sort. But the pages are pretty good, and you can use them any way you like. You can cut out ephemera from them, and I'm just going to give you a brief view into what is inside these books, what are inside these books, and you can see that they are indeed a storehouse of ephemera for your journals. As you can see, beautiful pictures of birds. You can even cut these photographs out and add in your journals. I initially had, bought two, and they are pretty messed up right now because I have managed to cut out most of the images and pictures. Look how beautiful these botanicals look. So that's what I have been using in my journals. I'll just give you a peek into this. These are the water plants, that aquatic plants, and some more. Yeah, so you can cut them up and use them in your journals, in your junk journals or whatever. So this is one of the book that I have managed to buy from a thrift store. This fellow, I have known this fellow for a long time, this owner of the thrift store, sorry. And initially I used to haunt these shops for some older books. Actually, I didn't want to do this in, putting it on the stand, because I wanted to give a good in-depth view. Just look at the picture, how beautiful it is. And you can even cut them up and use it. These pages are awesome. They take anything, and on top of that, they coffee dye or tea dye pretty well. And just look how beautiful these pictures are. I did manage to snag 3 of the books. I already had 2. I'm just going to give you a brief peek. See, you can use them in so many ways. So that's one of the reasons that I bought these books. These were pretty cheap considering the condition they are in, and the amount of ephemera that you can get from them. Vintage maps are there. They are a lovely source of ephemera and very, very cheap. This is the non-title themes. This is basically of Britain. And I have another one also. I have 2 previous ones. I will show them later on, maybe in another chit-chat session. This is the High Kingdom, or the Highlands of United Kingdom. These are mostly about birds and some flowers, flowering plants. You can see how beautiful they are. You can fussy cut them out and use them. And then later on, maybe you can use these, the books, the hardbound covers to make your journals, putting in your signatures and making them your own. So that's that. Look how beautiful it is. These are all berry-bearing plants. You have a ton of ephemera to, yeah. So you can see how beautiful these are. So that is a very good source of ephemera in your journals. Very cheap source of ephemera. You don't need to buy a ton. You can make pages out of it. You can add these pages in your junk journal or in your journals. Look at the picture, how beautiful it is. uh, and another mushroom raw. Okay, so these books have been a boon to me. I have two more. I'll show them in another session because they are pretty cut up, you know. And another book that I have managed to snag is another hardcover book on watercolor painting. uh, I don't know why my camera is not focusing. And it too has a ton of uh, things that you can use as ephemera in your uh, journals. Just look how beautiful these are. You can use them as your covers in your journals, and these are pretty cheap, so they were a good find. And this fellow was insisting that I take a few more watercolor books, but I had, I had fixed that I'm going to buy this much and not more. So I resisted, and I will go back later on after 3-4 months maybe, after I have basically massacred all the books. See how lovely this is. So you can use them as your journal pages. You can add make tip-ins out of it. You can make ephemera, anything you can. You can even tea dye them. They take tea dye pretty well, because I had used a previous one, which was pretty old, of course. That was falling apart. I literally had to hold it together to cut it. Yeah, so see how beautiful these pictures are. You can use them as, if you stick them on a cardstock of any color, you can make them as tip-ins. And these are wonderful cheap sources of ephemera, old books that you can get your hands on. See how beautiful it looks. And there's that. And I simply loved this water. It has a ton of pictures, and it's pretty good quality and condition it's in. And I paid literally very little, and so I'm pretty happy with my latest uh, haul. So that's how I'm going to use these books. If you want to see the other two that I have, you'll have to wait a second till I get hold of them. So just a minute, I'll be back in a second. Just a minute. Let me put this on back on. So, I'm sorry, I'm causing a lot of movement. My table is a mess, I had been writing some stuff down, and now I need to get those tools too. And yeah, I'm back. So yeah, these two books were in a little bit better condition, and yeah, they are from Reader's Digest. And this is one of the books, Ever Changing Woodlands, and these have a ton of pages still left. As you can see, I have cut apart many of the stuff from these books, but there's still a lot more. It's practically impossible to use up all of the stuff that you have here, and I'm planning on using some in my journals as pages, because these are pretty thick pages, as you can see over here. Such lovely pictures you have of botanicals. And yeah, see how beautiful they are. Here you have the owl. A lot of pictures of the owls. Yeah, I have cut apart a lot of stuff from here. Just look at this. You can cover your journal with this. It's It's an awesome find actually. I stumbled across this almost accidentally because I was looking for certain books, and this fellow from the thrift shop, just look at the pictures, they are awesome. I'll show you some. This is the woodpecker. Here are some more pictures. So basically this is yet to be harnessed, there's still a lot more that it has to offer. So that's from the ever changing woodlands. And this book is, I think this was the best that I did get. This was the Four Seasons book, and it had a lot of pictures, and I really loved the, yeah. So it actually depicts the seasons that England experiences, the four seasons, and its flora and fauna. It was a lovely, lovely experience, to see all those pictures, as you can see. Yeah. So there's still a lot more that I can cut up and use in my journals, and I can't wait to use them up. I really like this thrift store find, so I thought I should share that with you, because if you don't want to buy ephemera, because they can be expensive at times, so you can always go and look for older books that will give you ephemera, flora and fauna and botanicals and stuff like that. So yeah, that was my chit chat session number 5, I presume. If not, then maybe it will be the 6th one. So keep watching, there will be a flip through very soon.